Viewer discretion is advised for this love-themed podcast. The content may contain discussions and sensitive topics related to relationships, dating, and love. Some content may not be suitable for all listeners, especially those uncomfortable with open and vulnerable conversations. We encourage our listeners to practice self-care and to reach out to a trusted friend or professional if they need support. You have no friends, you have me. Welcome to the Lost Lover Boy podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Lost Lover Boy podcast. And it's been a minute. I've missed you guys. I hope y'all miss me too. Unfortunately, we had to skip a week. I'm sure you noticed. If you did not notice, still sorry. I would say I'm not sorry, but I'm still sorry. You should be paying attention. What's going on with you, man? But life is happening fast and it's coming at me from all sides, all angles. I've had an extremely rough week, rough 2 weeks. There's a lot that's been going on, man. My life is pushing in a bunch of different directions, and I'm grateful. I'm blessed. Some things God has taken away from me in, the weirdest ways. Some things God has opened up the door for me in the weirdest ways. And for both, I'm thankful. For both, I'm grateful. I got a pretty good support team. A lot of people who reached out to me, letting me know, it's okay to take a mental health day, take a moment for myself and actually relax, breathe, feel better. And I've been doing just that. I promise you. I've still been a workaholic, but in a lot of different regards. You know what I'm saying? Today's episode makes episode number 21. People thought the last episode and saw it as the end of a season, but it's not. The season's not over with. Season ain't over till, we done playing. And I feel like this game of love is never really over. So welcome back, thank you for returning. I'm blessed. I'm thankful to have you guys viewing week after week. If you're new here, welcome to the Lover's House. Welcome to where we attempt to create a safe space, for those who may not have it out here in this everyday world. Today's episode, I figured I would take you back into the mind of a man and let you know a few things that most people don't know. Most men don't even realize these things about ourselves. Most women just don't know these things in general. And here it is for me to tell you. Here's that opportunity for me to tell you what those things are. Where do I start? What do you guys want to start today? The first thing I can give you is about the initial approach. As you guys are aware, everything leads with looks, right? Everything is about the way you look that'll make a man either approach you or not approach you. Now, that's the very simple part. But when it gets to the secret of it, right? The compliment or the way a man approach is all about that status in which he deemed how you view yourself, right? And I think we went over this once before, but a man will gauge a compliment, right? And he'll shoot you, oh, this is an easy compliment. This is one I keep right for everybody else. He probably gave you the same compliment he's given 10 other women, because he may view you as just someone who's easy or approachable. Now I say to each their own. Everybody got their own little hustle. Everybody got their own little thing going on. But if you have a fans only or only fans, a man may deem you more approachable than the next, right? So the next, and I'm simply saying and sliding into your DM and what he's viewed online. I'm not saying you out in public. I'm just saying a man will view you as easy in a sense, and I don't think most people know that, but a man is going to save that one specific compliment for the one he deems the most unapproachable, right? Let me tell you something else about men that's in that same realm. A man who comes on love bombing, right? So you getting to know a man and you talking to a man who comes out the gate love bombing within the first week, telling you about the trips y'all gonna go on and where y'all gonna go. These are 9 times out of 10 insecure men. These are the most insecure men in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Because a man feel like he has to capture you with everything he has and not everything he is. You see what I'm saying? A man may not feel he has the confidence or the character to keep your attention, right? So I have to buy her in. I have to shower her in all of these things that I cannot tell you she deserves, but I can tell you I don't mind losing, right? those types of men probably have the most expendable. Money means less to these men, right? And I know everybody want to be rich. Everybody wants a man with some money. But baby, what you're missing and what you're getting is a very insecure man, right? Who's not going to love you for you because he doesn't even know you. If he's doing any things before he knows you, he's never going to love you for you. You understand what I'm saying? What else can I tell you about men? Men are super impulsive. I'm talking about extremely impulsive, right? And this goes both ways, whether a man likes you or a man is in a relationship with you, right? Let's say things are getting bad. And like I've said in other videos, a woman will know in her mind for 6 months she's ready to be out this relationship. She may be mentally taking her clothes off to this relationship. She may be mentally undressing for 6 months straight. See, men are different. Men are wired that we can get into it today, right? And I don't know, I don't know that I'm ready to let this thing go, right? But if you make me mad enough, if you make a man mad enough, he'll throw the towel in, not completely unsure about what he's doing. He'll throw the towel in completely off an impulsive decision because he felt like he was disrespected, or he felt like he didn't want to do it anymore, and may have just only wanted out of it for that moment, right? Men are super impulsive, and this goes both ways. So if a man likes you, please understand, if he take you out on a date, you're going to know if a man likes you after this date, because man can't help it. Men show their feeling one way, and it's impulsively, right? So he's going to do everything necessary to make this thing go right. So if you're on a date and you seeing tons of red flags, yeah, that man may not like you think he do, sis. You understand what I'm saying? That man may not be for you like he think he, may not be team you or pro you or for you as you think he was. Right? Because if so, you wouldn't see so many red flags. Like, for example, hygiene, right? How a man presents himself to you speaks characters of how he views you, right? I'm not finna let a woman see me dirty. Not the first couple times. I don't give a fuck if I just came from work, baby. I got to shower before you see me. This is how men think. This is the mind of a man, right? And any man who's not standing on that same principle, living by that same regard, he might not care about you as much as you think he do, Pooh. You understand what I'm saying? He might just not respect you in that realm. A man who'll invite you over his house and he ain't cleaned the fuck up. Sis, that's a bad sign, right? Because if he's that comfortable now, imagine when the relationship sets in and he's even more comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? When that man is more comfortable, what does this look like? Right? It's 2 weeks in, he farting and shit. It's 2 weeks in, you know what I'm saying? He blowing your bathroom up and ain't even spraying air freshener. These niggas nasty. You understand what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is how a man presents himself to you speaks volumes of you, of how he believes, of who he believes you are. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I really do hope that makes sense. Here's another thing about a man. Everybody says that men and women can't be friends. I disagree with this idea. I disagree. I think men and women can be friends, right? But here's the secret about men, right? When men have female best friends, I'm talking about best friends, the one they call for everything, the one they call when the relationship gets rough, the one they call when you hurt their feelings, the one they call when they need advice. Men who have that friend in their life is typically in love with that friend, right? And I know that's hard to hear. I know that's hard to, and let's say he's not, right? But you will be forever in comparison to who that woman is to him, right? He's always going to tell you, well, she does it this way, or she lets me do this, or she lets me do this. Because in a sense, a man that wants to be in love with you, wants you to be his best friend. That makes sense? Oh, we cooking a day. You understand what I'm saying? We cooking a day, right? I'm giving y'all all the tips and tricks of them. So, fellas, listen. If you listening, soon I'm gonna give you one about a girl. We probably make the next episode about things women are trying to hide, but they don't know. I figured that shit out a long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? But in this one specifically, other things I could tell you about, man. Whether good or bad, you take it how you want to. Men have a 2-strike system. And some men have 3. I'm sorry. Just know there's a strike system, right? A man will view you in his mind, right? And once you cross a boundary with that man, or once you fail to value that man's time or appreciate his efforts, right? He will literally demote you in his mind, right? You ever noticed how you be talking to a man and his energy just shift, right? He'll give you a pass once, but if it happens again, he's going to demote you. All his texts are going to get very dry. He may stop calling you. He may stop checking up on you, and eventually you guys fade away. Right? Because that man demoted you in his head. And I'm sure women do the same. I'm sure it's the same regard for women. But we talking about men today. You understand what I'm saying? Men will literally drop you from the first person, the most important in his life, to the least important. And men don't even know they do it. It's a subconscious thing. You fighting against the subconscious. You're not even fighting against this human. That's just how men are. You get what I'm saying? Subconsciously, when you feel unvalued at your job, you start working less hard and you don't even pay attention that you do it. You get so comfortable that it just happens naturally. You understand what I'm saying? That's another one. What else can I give you? Men have stopped approaching in our day and age, right? You know why that is. Maybe you don't know why that is, but again, that's the reason we have this podcast. Welcome to the Lost Level Boy podcast. Men have stopped approaching in this generation, and not even more than likely, it's 100% because of everybody else who's ruined it for a good man. Good men have stopped approaching. But you got creeps in this generation. You got fucking people who can only sexualize women in this generation. You have fucking the worst kinds of people, right? And it's built up this thing as to where men have seen women rejecting all of these men, right? And women have now put good men in that same category as to where any compliment seems repulsive from a man, right? But let me tell you something about a man. Men have concluded in their mind that rejection is far worse than loneliness. You know why? Another secret about men. Men are ego-driven, right? So once you hurt their ego, once you damage their ego, they lose their confidence. They lose their ability to see themselves. And this just ain't in the everyday world. Just like I go hoop or I go work out or I go do this, it takes a certain level of ego. But me as a man, I've learned to channel my ego into things that will help develop me. Most men have not learned that yet. Right? So ego is part of the way they kick it with their friends and part of the dominance they feel around certain groups of people. It affects them in their work life, them playing sports all over the place. And once you damage that man's ego, he no longer sees himself correctly. Let me tell you something else about this ego, because this ego is a powerful, powerful thing when it comes to men, right? Men will be in a relationship. Right? And when the relationship ends, it takes a very long time for a man to digest what happened, to sit with what happened, to understand how they've hurt from this. Right? So when a man tells you, let's just say he was in a relationship recently. When a man tells you he's over that, you cannot always believe his word. Right? You can't always take, especially if it was recent. You can't just believe what you hear. Right? Because men try to be so tough and so ego driven that they will act like they're fine to themselves. You ever lied to yourself and believe that shit eventually? That's what men do. Right? Men will say, I'm good. I don't need her. I'm great. He out drinking with the boys, the liquor in him. Yeah, that's your ego talking. That's that pride talking. Right? But when you have to sit with yourself in moments you need to heal, is it going to sound the same? Right? So a man could be giving you the idea that he's healed, the idea that he's over this relationship, completely meaning everything he's saying to you. Right? But because he has not sat with himself, because he has not sat with himself, it's still a lie. Right? A lie is anything other than the truth. Even if you lying to yourself, you telling it to me is still a lie. Right? You get what I'm saying? Another thing about this ego, right? When two people break up, please be aware that with it being a difference and how impulsive the breakup was. If a man breaks up with you, right, there's a certain level of confidence he gained from being in a relationship with you. There's a certain level of ego strokes he gains from being with you. Someone wanted him, right? It was you. You wanted him. You made him feel wanted. You made him feel valued. Even if he's not a pick to everybody else, he was a pick to you. And that did something for his ego. Now, let me tell you what that means. When the breakup happens, he will come back and get you. This man will break up with you and then fight to win you back just for his ego. This man will break up with you, fight to win you back just for his pride, just for himself, just to show he still can. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know how fucked up that is? Right? See, women typically don't maneuver like that. If a woman breaks up with you, then she wants you back, she knows she lost a good thing. Right? She just may not have seen it in that moment. But a man will break up with you, then fight to win you back for ego strokes and leave you again. And leave you for the next woman. Right? Because a man's mind is wired on ego. Here's the thing about ego, though. This is one of the biggest secrets about ego in a man. A man will never lose his ego until he loses what he deems to be one of the most valuable things in his life. Let me say that one more time. A man is not going to lose his ego until he loses something he genuinely cared about. Let me tell you what that means. If a man is in a relationship and he's in love, I'm talking about die-hard love. If this love was not enough to make him, if being in love was not enough to make him release his ego, right? Losing that love will do it to him. I promise you. I ain't making this up, girl. I promise you. This ain't rocket science. And fellas, if you listening, right? I want you to hear this and assess yourself. Do the work yourself. Ask yourself, am I ego driven? Ask yourself, have I been ego tripping? Am I jeopardizing good things because of my ego? Because ego, J. Cole said it best, pride is the devil, right? And this nigga got a hold on me. You will act out of character. Moving off your ego. Kanye West had that song with who was in that? Beyonce? He got a big ego. Who sung that? I think it was Beyonce. I don't know. But the thing about it was, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing unless you know where to channel it. See, my ego comes out in the gym, right? Yeah, you got this, nigga. Hit 2 more of them. Bow, bow. Yeah. You ain't no bitch, right? You him. Excuse my language. You're him. Right? I tell myself all these things in the gym. I never tell myself when I'm talking. These are not the words I utter when I'm speaking to a woman, especially one that I like. Yeah, you know she gonna go for you because you him, bro. All that shit don't matter. You yapping because it's not about who wants you. That should not gauge your ego, right? It's about what you want for yourself. And a smart man knows to put that to the side. But most men don't learn that until they've lost something they've genuinely cared about. What's another goodie I can give you about men? Love languages, right? Let's take them for example. The right man will check every single box for you, baby. I mean it. The right man is going to give you words of affirmation. The right man is going to shower you in gifts. The right man is going to give you quality time. The right man is going to get all of these things, right? The right man, if he doesn't know how. See, because man will lead you to believe that my only way of loving is the love I grew up on. My only way of loving is what I've seen. But I always tell people, you learn from a positive and or a negative space. Learn from both of them, right? If you know what you did not have, You know you can go get it. That ain't fucking rocket science to me. Right? But the right man will check every single motherfucking box you come with, baby. Every single last one of them. And don't let that man tell you different. If you feel like a nigga ain't giving you enough compliments, let me tell you something. Like I said, men are very impulsive. If a man thinks it, he'll spit it out his mouth. Baby, you looking fucking good today. I gotta tell you. Because if I don't, somebody else gonna, you know what I'm saying? The right man is gonna know this. The right man is gonna apply this. You ain't gotta settle on none of them. So when people be like, what's your love language? I'll be like, all of them, right? Because the right woman is going to check every box for me, or at least attempt to. I ain't saying they're gonna get everything perfect, right? But if you tell this man, I need a surprise birthday party, right? And you go 5 years and this man ain't gave you a surprise birthday party yet, and you told him, you gave this nigga the rule book, you gave this nigga the guideline, you gave him the study guide to the test, and he ain't checked it off, he don't care to. He don't want to. Right? Why would he? That's how he looking at it. Why would I? I got it already. But that, my friends, is a loser's mentality. That, my friends, is how you lose the best thing that's ever happened to you. That's ego talking. You understand what I'm saying? The right man is going to check every single box. The right man will become a poet. The right man will study poets. The right man will be in this bitch speaking Shakespeare to you, baby. Thou, ow, and 4 years ago, I fell in love with you, girl. You understand what I'm saying? The right man will, if none other. Let me tell you something else about a man. And here's a funny thing about men, right? This is one most don't know. But honestly, mama, your most beautiful picture to this man, your most beautiful moment to this man is a photo you've already taken. Right? This man done already been on your Instagram because men lurk. That's a secret if you ain't know it. Men look. Goddamn, we inspect the gadget. Don't think we ain't. Goddamn, I do my homework. Girl, I done been on your Facebook. I done been on your Instagram. I done been on your TikTok, so I hope they ain't tell you, because TikTok the fucking police. I done been all over the place, girl. The fuck? I know how long you done had this Snapchat and everything. Don't play me, girl. Because who got to have a Snap number? Stop. You've been using this shit since 2014, since it came out. Huh? Yeah, I know. Men look. Men lurk. And with that man has already found his favorite picture of you. He already got it saved in his phone, right? And let me tell you something about men. There is no amount of makeup you can put on. There is no dress that'll make you look good enough. There is no moment that'll ever happen in life to where he's going to deem you more beautiful than this picture. Right? You can get to that level of beauty, but you'll never reach it. Because this is goddess tier to me. That's why I'm here. Right? So if a man cares about you, you're in his phone. Oh, there's a picture of you in his phone, for sure. Matter of fact, let me tell you one better. If a man, you in a group chat. Your picture already been dropped in a group chat because he proud of your face. I'm proud of your face, girl. You in a group chat. Best believe it. Don't fuck around. Best believe it. Bigger than that, right? My mother is probably my closest friend on the planet, right? If I like you, get my mama phone. Go through the photo threads, right? It's time stamped. Everybody I've liked within the last ever is in my mama's message thread. Yeah, I just gave you the cheat code. Feel free. I don't give a fuck. She ain't gonna give you her phone. Fuck tomorrow, right? If I like you, my mama know I like you. If a man likes you, someone he speaks to knows about you. Someone who speak to got your picture, girl. Don't let it be my grandma. Grandma. If I done talk to you, if I done talk to my grandma about you, we engaged. You might as well put a ring on me. If my grandma, tell him, grandma. Tell him. That's my speaker. I'm sorry. If my grandma, that's you trying to talk to me, stop that magic shit, grandma. But if my grandma knows about you, I'm locked in. Ain't no switching up. We locked in, ain't no switching up. But people don't think men function in that regard. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. And that's just who we are by nature. That's just what we do. We are very similar to women, believe it or not. We function very similar. We all beings of love. And especially, right? Especially if you're a lover boy. If you're a lover girl out here in these streets. Right? Especially. Let me tell you something else about men that I've learned. There's a lot of men out here, believe it or not, heterosexual males, right? That do not like women. I wanna make sure I said that right. There's a lot of heterosexual males out here that do not like women. You know how you could be racist? You know how you could be sexist, colorist? Yeah, most men are fucking sexist, and won't spit it out their mouth. Don't even know it, right? Because I've seen too many men disrespect women. I've seen too many men fucking go out of their body to argue with women about things they clearly do not comprehend. Right? I've seen this far too many times. Most men do not like women. They can be fucking physically attracted to a woman. They can be fucking friends with a woman, but that do not mean they just see me. I love all women. Like women are to me, fuck the men, right? No offense, fellas, y'all cool people, but I'm pro women, right? What's the shit that I could tat that shit on me, ladies. My heart is for you. My heart belongs to you. Whatever you need. There's nothing don't make me do it. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, there's a lot of men out here that don't even like women, and it's fucking unbelievable to me. Unfucking believable. How much disrespect, how much violence, how much fucking, hatred they take from these weak ass niggas. And that's why I got a son. If you new here, Logan's my baby, right? I got a son, and I will raise him up to respect women more than he respects himself. I will raise him up to have a love for women. I don't even have to do it. He'll do it from loving his grandmother correctly, loving his mother correctly, loving his auntie correctly, loving his soon-to-be sister. Oh, God, give me one. God, fuck with me on this one. Excuse my language. I'm sorry about that. You know I ain't mean that. You know my heart. You know my heart. Like, don't play like that, God. You know my heart. I don't know, man. That, to me, that's probably the most amazing one. Men are, oh, they some crazy beings, boy, I tell you. They are some crazy beings. What else can I tell you about, man? I'll give you one more. I don't know how long this has been, but I'll give you one more. I'll fuck with you. Hold on, let me think about it. Here's another thing about men, right? And this is probably the most honest. Men are naturally defensive. And the reason being is because this world has wired us up to be. Men have to fight in growing up. So like when a man is growing up, the dad push you and he say, "Hey, be a man. You don't cry. Be tough." Right? It starts with that. And then we pay attention to like movies and shows and this and that. And in moments, men feel they should cry, they still don't. Right? Because TV tells us you supposed to be the prince, the knight, the strong man that goes saves her from this castle. The men were never taught to be saved. And with this comes a trauma that men refuse to allow good people into their life. Right? So if you know someone who is having a hard time letting you in, understand it's not you. It's more than likely just the pressures of being a man in this generation, because most people, because men do it to men as well, deem you inferior for being human. Deem you inferior for having the same abilities God equipped us all with. If God wanted men to be rock soldiers, we wouldn't have the ability to cry, right? If that's what God wanted. If God wanted us to never be able to rest our heads and take a break and kick our feet up, God would have never gave us that accessibility to do it. But understand it's not always a reflection of you, but it's a reflection of what the world has breed out there, man. I'm scared that I'm raising a kid because a son, because one day my son is going to grow up and fear the police. Right. And all I could tell him is be his most respectful self. But you turn on the TV and in moments, people have been their most respectful selves to the police. They still died on scene. Right. So I'm terrified. I'm terrified for him more than I am myself. I'd rather lose my own life before I ever bury my son. And that's a fact. Right. So I'm raising my son to understand that it's OK to be exactly who you are. It's OK to cry. Just feel better. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be heartbroken. Because that means you've loved, right? It's okay to be heartbroken because that means you've loved. You know? And exactly what the world tells you is not all right, is unacceptable, is the one thing I will tell you to give man grace on. Right? I've said a lot of things in this video, but understand they all stem from somewhere. And if you care enough for a man, right? If you care, only if you care, just dig a little deeper. Give him a little bit of grace. Of course, not with anything disrespectful, but anything he's dealing with in his own regard, give him a little bit of grace. Because it's not easy being a man. And I did not get on here to preach and advocate for you to stand by that nigga if he's not a good nigga. No, you baby, you spread your wings and you motherfucking fly. Jump off this building and fly. You understand what I'm saying? But do understand being a man is a very hard thing. You have to walk around with a weight on your back. And being a woman is the same, if not more. Right? Life is hard. So what you do is you give everybody grace. Everybody gives everybody grace. Like I've always said, I don't need somebody to love me unconditional these days. I don't need someone who's going to love me in my negative ways. I don't need that. I need someone who's going to understand I'm human. I don't feel the same every day. I'm not Hercules every day, baby. Sometimes I just need to be a teddy bear and lay up under you. Sometimes I'm mute. Sometimes I don't want to talk. I just want you to know that I'm trying, you know? I just want you to know that it's an effort. Right? So with that, I tell you, give love, give grace, humility to all. Because you're human just like they human. They make mistakes just like you make mistakes. But I figured I'd get on here and give you a little insight about man, you know? I figured I would tell you what most don't. And I hope this helped. I hope you took away something new and be like, damn, I didn't know niggas do that. Yeah, niggas do that. What else can I tell you? Like I said, my life's been a roller coaster. I appreciate everybody who's in our Big Lovers group chat in the subscription program on Instagram because y'all are like when bad shit happened to me, I run there and tell them first. The other day I told them they was sad. I was sad and everybody started crying. What the fuck? That ain't what I went for. Right? It's okay to be sad as long as you recognize it and you making steps to fix it. And that's all that's about. Life has been beating my ass, right? But I'm about to get up. I'm about to fight back. In that realization, I was sitting with myself, having a conversation with God and told God I was sad. So I was okay with telling the people, you know? I'm not depressed. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know the scars on my arm, but they're healing. It's been about 3, 4, 5 years. No, it hasn't. It's been about 2 years, right? But they're healing. And one day I'm going to get a tattoo over it. Fuck it. I'm going to get a tattoo over it. Lover boy? Lover boy. Okay. Talk your shit. Anybody get lover girl? Goddamn, we locked in for life. We locked in for motherfucking life, nigga. We in that bitch. Life is getting better, you know. Doors closed so new doors can open. And I feel like more doors are about to open now than I've ever seen in my lifetime. So I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm honored. I am in abundance with the love you guys give me. Thank you for changing my life. Thank you for tuning into this podcast regularly. I'm sorry for last week. I'm still sorry for last week. Just know it ain't gonna happen again. Actually, it might happen again. Give me grace. Right? Give me grace. I'll give you grace. Give me grace. What else can I tell you? The June show. I'm waiting on one call. And the moment I get that call, the moment I drop them tickets, pre-sale, VIP, it's gonna be big. We're gonna be in that bitch. Project release. It'll be new music. It'll be me with a live band. I'm pulling people on stage. Sing this song with me, girl. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to it. I'm planning for the date of June 29th. I pray this goes my way. Y'all pray over it. What else can I tell you? The journals. I decided to put a pause on them. We had a little hiccup in manufacturing, and I don't want to rush anything, right? Because I want to give y'all my best. What else can I tell you? There's something else I can't think of at the moment, but when it comes to me, you guys will be the first to know. Stay blessed. Oh, Dreamville. Yeah, we got a winner. Shout out. Hey, shout out to Mr. Mara, from Tennessee, Kansas City. Excuse me. Congratulations. Congratulations to your friend, who's flying in from Miami. Major congratulations. I would love to do more raffles going forward. I'm not going to do them too often because some things I was thinking about doing one for the Chris Brown, but I kind of want to, there's certain things I gotta keep a little life for me too, I don't want to make everything a thing. I kind of got a lot going on and I don't want to make everything a thing, but congratulations. We finna have a good time. It's going to be vlogged, so it'll be the first official vlog I drop. I've been practicing, y'all. It ain't as great as I'd like it to be, but I've been practicing, and it'll be dropped a week early in the YouTube subscription program. I know y'all been waiting on that for a minute. It's a lot of people that subscribe monthly, but it's going to drop a week early, and then I'm going to release it to the public, right? So if y'all not in that program, get in that program. Again, congratulations to our winner. I'm going to see, what I can do raffles for going forward, but it's not going to be for everything. Merch coming soon. This is the last restock of this look we've had, of this hoodie we've had, right? This is the last restock. So if you did not get it, I apologize. I'm restocking it one more time. It'll probably be in about a week. And then we moving on to the next project. And this piece won't be dropped until, months from now. Shout out to all my Lost Lover boys, Lost Lover girls. I appreciate y'all. I'm yelling out, come with me. Baby, I'll take you places I know you love. Hey, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay happy. Give grace, give love, give humility. And peace out. I think it's time I finally try to find myself. I've been running from love, just trying to hide from all this pain I felt. Look, trying not to be the joke in the deck of whatever cards get dealt. They say a star still gotta let them align themselves.